All right, y'all, the fam bam, we went to Disney World in Orlando. First stop, I went to FTS and we got some custom shirts on the back. I'm sorry, and it says 2025 Disney Squad. Shout out to my boy Muhammad. Go mess with him. He's right there on Hardware. He does all custom shirts, posters, cards, everything. Just mess with him for sure. Next up, people stay out there in Dieboss, so we had to go drive to the airport. We had to get the Sprinter van. They didn't have the 15 passengers, so they gave us a 12 passenger Mercedes-Benz. It was very spacious. I liked it. Once we got to Dieboss, we picked up the cargo, which is the people, and we headed to the airport. First off, if your flight is less than, I say, 2 hours and 30 minutes, it's more than capable of getting the job done. Now, if you're talking about long time, they not the airline for you because the seats are really uncomfortable. You know, Southwest gave up the bags. They start charging for the bags, so Frontier kind of wanted to get a lot of their clients, so they gave out free bags, and we wanted to save some coin, and it's 17 of us together. They had to do like 9 at the top, 8 on the bottom. Let me give y'all a little free game on a travel hack. If you don't know, this only works for Frontier and Spirit. They have an interface charge on the website. It's about $23 per person. I went to the airport, the flight, to save us some coins, minus the interface charge. Here's what we paid for 17 people. It was a grand total of $13.50. I'm sorry. We saved by going to the airport. If it's multiple people, I think it's a great idea. Just a little travel hack. You're going not too far. Finally, wheels up. We flew. My baby girl first flight. She was very excited. She enjoyed it. I thought she did better than I expected. Headed over to the rental car place. We used Enterprise again. We got a 2024 white Wagoneer and a 2025 Black Expedition I was driving. It was really pretty good. This is us landing on the way to the Airbnb, just messing around. Here's the entrance. Everything was nice. It was well kept. The lawn was good. Florida has been good to us so far. Just driving through the neighborhood. We lived a little further out away from like all the Orlando tourism stuff. It was like maybe like 45 minutes out. This is the house. It's a 6-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom. This is the washroom. The garage was converted into a game room that had a pool, air hockey and pool table. The master suite was downstairs. It had a stand-up shower and a bathtub along with a dual sink. The kitchen was very open concept. Going upstairs, game room was a movie theater. As you can see, bedroom number 1 was I think it was a king size bed in that one. Double sinks in that one as well. This one had double bunk beds, like Disney inspired, as you can see on the wall. The other rooms, it was another one with bunk beds for the kids. This one was some character, I don't know. This was another king size, the dual sink and a stand-up shower. The last room was locked, but we unlocked it and it was a king size bed. And then we took it in that night, woke up the next morning, ate a big breakfast, got ready. The kids wanted you to see Pooh, Aiden, Kiki, and Khaleesi. Then here go on the way to the Disney. Make sure before going to Disney, you get the Disney Experience app. It is very helpful. It shows you where the characters are, which everything is, like a big map. If you don't have to find the big one that's there, it's a very useful tool. Just giving you a tip, use it. We have arrived. You see the signs. Here's a picture of us inside the gate. We took the monorail. First, you have to take a little like bus to that, and then the monorail it stops like at the resort. So if you stay I don't know exactly which resort it was, but if you stay there, they like have the monorail through there. And then we finally made it to the inside, the long street. You see how far the castle is from right here. We walked all the way down there. We finally got down there. We took some nice pictures, family photo op, of course. The parade was starting. That's why everybody was on the side. All the Disney characters. This is Goofy. This the Chipmunks. Pluto is the dog name. They just got their rain boots on and their raincoats. This is Mickey Mouse, my baby's favorite character, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. With these are Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is Cinderella, Snow White, Princess Tiana. I think this is Peter Pan, Captain Hook. Very nice parade. The kids loved it. And that was the end of the parade. First stop was the teacups. We did that, spinning around. Well, I stood on the side, baby and my daughter did it. They spun around and spin around and spin around and spin around until they got dizzy, but my baby liked it. And then it started raining. You know, you can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. We stayed for about 30 minutes, I say, on the side in some shade, and then we got on the Winnie the Pooh ride. It was more for the little kids. My daughter Chloe and Cerise. I think it was exciting. I like the dark part where Tigger was just popping out. Well, of course, he's not gonna actually pop out, but it started bouncing, like rocking a little bit. For little kids, it was pretty decent. I'm not gonna cap. It was a lot of colors, fixtures, just turning. The ride was smooth. It wasn't just too bumpy. Here's Caleb and Kieran. Then the next ride, we rode the ponies. They go, I would say, a pretty good speed. This is me seeing Aiden. My baby, she enjoying it. She just trying to chick us around, and she just got to get it comfortable, but she really liked it. It just spins around. Nothing too extravagant, you know, just ponies up and down, spin around. For the kids, you know, we came for the kids, but we big kids too, so we like it too. Back of our shirts, here go my boy Kendrick. Make sure I shout out the Light Brights, Jaqueline, Brandon Jr., and Dallas. Break before we did a 15-minute 3D movie theater theme, and it was pretty good in there. I mean, it showed a lot of stuff like coming at you and just, you know, simple stuff, but nothing too crazy. Then we got on the Peter Pan, Mr. and Mrs. Taylor, and the Fam Bam. This ride is probably one of the longest rides. It's about 10 minutes, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to talk the whole 10 minutes, but here's some useful tips. Okay, so if you go in there, make sure you get some water bottles. Well, they give out free water, but of course get your own water bottle. Maybe get some flavored water because the water is not the greatest. But we bought snacks. They let you bring food, so you can bring snacks. Get you a little small backpack. If you go back and look at on the horse ride, I had a small backpack on my back, which we kept Cerise diapers and wipes. And, you know, you don't want to be carrying a big old thing through the heat. It's hot out there. Well, luckily, we got lucky because it started raining and then it cooled down after that, of course. So we kind of endured the bad and the good, because when we got there, it was scorching hot, of course. Those are a few tips. Get you some small scissors to cut anything. We ate a big breakfast, so we was pretty good to go until around maybe, I would say we ate breakfast a little late as well. We didn't get there. Some people wanted to get there like 9 o'clock, but we didn't get there at 9. We got there around 1-ish, 2-ish. They had gave us a whole boat for ourselves. After that, we did the go-kart ride, and it was very disappointing. I wouldn't recommend it. It's on the track and it only goes 7 miles an hour. It's really not no fun, so skip that. And then everybody else, I had to watch the kids, so they got on the Astro Orbiter. Here go the G's, Brandon and Damien. And then the Tron is probably the best ride with the longest line there. We stayed in the line, man, 2 hours, I think. Really 2 hours, 15 minutes. It seemed like every time you make it through a door, like the door right here, then when you get in there, it's another wraparound snake line. Like, come on, bro. But it is worth it. I like the ride. On bicycles, you just riding it, spin, drop. That was the last ride of the night. And then it is 10 o'clock. They send you home with a firework show at the castle. Everybody's surrounding. Everybody's just looking. They just do like some lights and fireworks and all that type of stuff. I'm going to let y'all enjoy it. I hope you enjoy Disney with us as we did. Yeah, so future plans to Disney. Make sure you use the tips that I gave you. Enjoy it. Take the family somewhere. It's summertime. The kids want to go somewhere too. But as these fireworks going, so thing about going back, you have to either ride the ferry or the monorail back to the cart where it picks you up at the front gate. When it picks you up at the front gate, you get on it and you ride it to wherever parking lot you went to. We parked in Scar, we was on the villain side. Last tip, make sure you bring you some comfortable walking shoes, because it's a lot of walking. Missy wanted me to get her crew, Khaleesi, Aiden, Pooh, Kiki, before we left. This is the cart where you have to ride back to your car. We took it in, and Sunday was Sunday fun day. We had a family barbecue in the backyard. Baby and my girl with the pool. I don't think I showed y'all the pool, but it was vibes. What's this say? Ohana.
us. We took a live picture, all smiles, and then they were putting that game room / garage to use, playing the PS5, playing pool. And you know, a function ain't a function if you don't take a few shots. We on vacation. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, you dig? Joey on the ones and twos on the barbecue pit made sure everybody got some food. We had a lot of chips. We had a lot of leftover food. We bought so much, we made sure everybody ate and took something to go to. Because next morning, we made sure we had some watermelon. Next morning, we had to wake up. Make sure you get to Orlando Airport early because the line is atrocious. Flew back to Houston, and we had to go back to Enterprise, get another cargo van, Sprinter van. We got this one. This one is the 15 passenger, but it's nice. The screener is nice. It's more spacious, but it's like
No luggage space in the back. Thankfully, everybody had carry-ons.
So we dropped off our precious cargo in Diboll and headed back to Houston, and we knocked off another state
From our 50 states challenge.
next time. More content on the way.